so this morning, just for a change, I thought we'd have a look at an article out of your history magazine. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try more or less just reading the article and having a discussion about it as we read it. And we'll see how we get on. And you can see at the top there that it says Hidden Histories. So this is where they explore lesser known stories from our past. So just so I can see how good your pointing is today, let's just do hidden H, that was I, D, touch the D again, touch the D, D, I'll give you a bit more feedback, E and the N, always finish the word, touch the N, N, okay, hidden, seems to be a little bit of a struggle that, so I'll try. Let's try histories, let's try holding the pencil, see if that makes it easier. Histories, H, I, that's better, S, and then T, T, and then the O, you're hovering over it, O, R, I, E, and straight to the S. Oh look, just do ES again. E, straight to the S. That was R. E, straight to the S. You don't need to break off. It just means that it takes longer. Hidden Histories. Okay, so the heading, let's just have a go at doing a little bit of reading, working on your reading skills. That's quite large print. You point and I'll read. William Cuffay's story is more relevant now than ever. Just touch the word relevant. Find the word relevant. Very nice. Find the word story. Very good. That was nice visual scanning. So the person that we're going to be looking at is called William Cuffay. Just for practice, let's just do Cuffay. C-U-F-F-A-Y. Come on. Just for practice, we'll do it with the pencil again. Now you decide to eat your breakfast. I don't know. You didn't eat it downstairs. Now, wait till you've eaten that. Cuffay. C-U-F-F-A-Y. A all the way down to the Y. Very nice. William Cuffay. Okay. So. Oh, that's so funny. Now then. Often these articles, I notice, to get your attention. Have you noticed how they start off with bigger print and then it goes smaller? So we'll just read the bigger print bit together, because I know that you'll be able to track that one. BLACKMAN was how the Times sneeringly referred to him. Others were taken aback by his small stature. William Cuffay was 4'11" and born with a, and then it goes into smaller print, so I'll look at that, deformed spine and shin bones. How did the Times refer to him? Which was quite shocking, really. Wouldn't be allowed today. B L A C K. Touch that K again. Black. M A N. Yes. So the Times, put it in quotes, referred to him. This BLACKMAN. He was only 4'11" and was born with a deformed spine and shin bones. If I wanted to feel your spine, where would I touch on your body? B, A, go on, you're right, C, and K, yes, I touch your back. There it is. Down, 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 down. Up, 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 up. It goes right way up even into your neck. Yes, so your spine. If you wanted to feel it, you touch your back. Now then, if I wanted to touch your shin bone, here's a picture of you. Where would we touch? Where's your shin? Very good, on the bottom of your legs. There. It doesn't say exactly how they were deformed, but they were deformed. Let's read a bit more. He was mild-mannered and already approaching old age when he first drew press attention. Oh, I wonder why. The unassuming appearance of this leader of the London chartists, so he was leader of the London chartists, had little bearing on his fierce commitment to working class rights, or indeed his abilities as a rousing orator. So he was committed to working class rights. And it said he had abilities as a rousing orator. Could you put that into your own words? Rousing orator. Just put it into some plain English. For someone that didn't know what orator meant, how would you describe it? Rousing orator in plain English would be, now eat that and point. Plain English would be A. Oh no, eat, but do this first. A what? F. Well, I. Okay. F-I. Where next? N. Where next? F-I-N. Oh, you're touching the I and the I again. Hang on. That pencil's a bit funny. Get this one with the rubber on the end. Then it sticks better. So, you've done F. Do the I-N. I. N. E. A fine. S. P. Very good. E. A. K. E. And R. A fine speaker. Yes, a rousing orator would be a fine speaker. One that can influence people with their words. And it's not just the words that they use, but maybe with the expression that they would use. Can you think of anyone else? I know that we've watched a few YouTube clips and things like that. Can you think of anyone else that you might think would be a really good speaker or a rousing orator? Anyone that you can think of that you've maybe seen on YouTube or watched on the news? Who would you say? Who would you say? So L or M? M. Go on, now straight to the next letter. A. R. T. I. N. Martin. Oh yes. L. U. T. After the T. You see, you've put too much in your mouth, haven't you? Yeah, I knew that was happening. Too much in your mouth. That's what you get. You always get an impulse, and you just put more and more in before you've swallowed. So you just have to put a little piece in, eat it, swallow it, and then the next piece in. Now let's just finish this before you put any more in. No, wait. So you do the L again. L, U, T, H, E and R, Martin Luther, K, I, N and G. Yes, Martin Luther King, he did the I believe speech, didn't he? Have some drink. Because that's another thing that you have the habit of doing. You put all of that bread in your mouth's all dry, you can't even swallow it because you've got no liquid in there. Right? There, now have another piece. One at a time. And you wait until you've eaten that before you put, no! You resist the temptation to pick anything else up until you've eaten, no, and swallowed it. I can see I'm going to have to keep an eye on you. Okay, just a habit, isn't it? It's almost like an impulse to keep putting more in even when you're still chewing what you put in your mouth. Is there still some in there? Let me have a look. Yes, there is. No more goes in until that's gone. Just while you're eating that, let's have a picture. A picture of William Cuffay. Look, there he is. Touch his head. There. Oh look, he's quite smartly dressed, isn't he? And he's got his hand sort of across his chest like that. I don't know why. And there's an open window. Touch the window. There. Yes. There. So if you were to look at that picture, what would you think? What sort of personality would you think this person had just from looking at his picture? H-E-he. He what? Go on. Do your pencil, you would get doing well with that. He. L. O. O. K. S. He looks. He looks what? K. I. Just push that pencil through. N. D. He looks kind. Yes, he does actually, doesn't he? He. So the picture, on the picture. Look, see, you're still chewing what's in your mouth. He looks kind. I'm just getting a little bit hot. I'm going to put the air conditioning on. Ooh. Too hot. Right, let's carry on. You still have any more in there? Let me see. Still a few more bits. Carry on eating it before you put any more in. Eat that, or have a little drink to help you. So it gets quite dry, that bread, doesn't it? There, that's good. So let's read. Born in 1788 in Chatham. Wait. Yeah, I know you were going to put more in. Stop. No, wait till you've eaten that. In Chatham, Kent. Interestingly enough, do you know what? Your dad used to work in Chatham, in Kent. There we are. Cuffay was the son of a formerly enslaved ship's cook. So he was the son of someone that used to be a slave and he was a cook, ship's cook from St. Kitts, which is in the Caribbean, I think, wait. And a white English woman. That would be very unusual in those days, wouldn't it, for a mixed marriage between black person, what they would call a black person, and a white person. He was born at a time when black people in Britain were free from slavery, but slavery was still an active institution in its colonies and into a cultural climate in which black people were looked down upon. So at that time, what was life like for black people in Britain? T H E Y W E R, E, they were, F, O, U, N, they were found, T, O, two, they were found too. I don't know if this is going to make sense, but we'll try it. We'll carry on. They were found too. What? What do you want to say? They were found too. Good. Okay, R, E, G, A, R, D, and to regard. Okay, I'm just going to check with you about what would make sense here. So, do you want they were found to regard, or do you want they were maybe regarded? Which one? Or do you want to just carry on? E, D, okay, so regarded. So we'll take out the found to, and we'll put regarded. Let me just check, is that what you wanted? They were regarded. Is that what you wanted? Yes, that will do, just the Y. They were regarded, go on then. A, as, B, E, I, N, as being, I, N, F, E, R, I, O. Oh, they were regarded as being inferior. No, stay sitting, there's no need to stand. There. So I'll try and help you today to control and overcome your impulses. Impulses to eat and carry on putting more food in, even when you haven't finished what's in your mouth. And your impulse to stand. And your impulse to stop pointing before you've finished a word. Because it just means it takes an awful lot of energy. So there we are, yes. So his wife must have been very brave, mustn't she? A white lady marrying him. Anyway, let's just read. So, he trained as a tailor. Tailor. He trained as a tailor and developed a love of the trade and mirrored his intense dislike of both the aristocracy and industrialists. Careful, no more in your mouth. Okay. If you were a tailor, what would you do? M-A-K-E, make, S, okay, U, I, and after the I would be, finish the word, T and S, make suits. Yes, we should have guessed that, shouldn't we? Because on the picture of him, he's very smartly dressed. We commented on that, and he's wearing a nice suit. He probably made that himself. So a tailor would make suits. Okay. So, let's read this. By 1819, he had established himself in Soho. That was, Soho is a district in L-O-N-D-O, a district in London, yeah, Soho. in London. Stay. Resist the impulse. You were going to stand there. I could tell. But in 1834, he was unemployed. Well, why was that? Let's find out. He had gone on strike with fellow tradesmen, demanding better hours and increased pay. And when the strike collapsed, he was blacklisted for failing to promise not to join a trade union. So he had been on strike, and then he was, what was the word used? BLACKLI, after the I, STE and D. He was blacklisted, yes, because he would not agree to not join a union. Who was actually blacklisting him then, do you think? Who would be blacklisting him? What would that actually mean? What would it mean? HECOUL, he could. NOT, he could not. GE, get. A, very nice. Finish it. He could not get a, get a good rhythm going. You're there. J, O, B, he could not get a job. Yes, that's what it means. So, if you like, all of the sort of potential employers kept like a list of names, and they'd say, you don't employ this person because he's going to be trouble. He's, in other words, he's blacklisted. Could not get a job because he's on this list. That's okay, have some more. Just for the sake of it, let's see how good your handwriting is today. Job. Job is a little word. We could just practice it. See how good. Okay, wait, stop. Got the pencil. We're going to write the word job. J-O-B. J, that's nice, with a little dot on the top. Then a circle for the O, remember, just a circle. I'll hold it a bit lower for you. Oh, now you've got an impulse then to do a line. Let's just try doing a circle. Just round. Try again. Oh, don't press so hard. You just relax. No, you're pressing so hard there that it won't work. I know you. There's the O, good. And then we're going to do a line down and a circle. Line and circle. Just go over line and a circle. Oh, you're having one of these impulsive days today with your handwriting. There, okay, job. It's interesting, some days, resist the impulse. Look how well you did then. So that was really good. You resisted 2 impulses. One was to stand up, and the other one was, I think your hand was going to go into your mouth, and instead you held it on your chin. That was really good. That was really good control and a really good technique to use. We'll remember that one. I like that. Okay, so let's have a look. So he went on to set up the Metropolitan Tailors Charter Association, and he joined the London Chartists. So what was the Chartists all about? Chartists were an organisation committed to establishing political rights for working people. Political rights for working people. Just find out a bit more, you just listen. Now careful, you don't eat too much, stop. meeting, but don't put any more in. Based on the People's Charter, it included 6 demands for reform. Principally, so let's just see, the demands were, number 1, oh, I don't know what the 6 were, but we'll put the main one. The main one was every man over 21 should have the right to vote. And this was at a time when scarcely a tenth had that right, and women were forbidden from voting entirely. Goodness me, so this was just for men over the age of 21 to have the vote. Can you imagine what that must have been like, and for women not to have the vote at all? If you were a woman at that time, how do you think you would have felt? I, T, H, I, N, I think, I, W, where after the touch the W again? W, O, U, L, D, I think I would, H, A, after the A, keep it going, V, I think I would have, is that B or C? B, go on, B, keep it going, E, E, I think I would have been, that's good, you did a good few words then. So if you were a woman at that time, I think I would have been there. Finish those bits off now. Very nice. I think I would have been C, Q rather, Q, U, I, T, quite, A, N, G, R, Y, I think I would have been quite angry, A, B, and ABN would make sense, ABO would, U, T, I think I would have been quite angry about, hold up, quite angry about what? Having no right to vote. T, TM would make sense, TH would, TH, I, about this, A, N, ooh, excuse you, A, N, little dribble, A, N, touch the N again, N, and I think I would have been quite angry about this, and go on, any more? Because you just said and. W, O, U, L, and would. H, A, V, I would have, where? F, E, L, F, E, L, after the L, touch the L again, L, I would have felt R E S E N T M E N, resentment. Oh, that's a good word. And would have felt resentment. That could be it, or there could be more. Let me just try and say more or finish. Would have felt resentment. T O W A. That looked like R D towards. T H O T H O S, towards those. I in P O W E and R. Very nice. Stay. Good. I would have felt resentment to those in power. Can't remember whether you said to or towards. Doesn't matter. That's a good point. I think I would as well. But you know, when you're born into that sort of society, you just kind of get on with it, don't you? And it takes special people to stand up and to fight for rights, just like William Cuffay did. So let's see. By 1848, William was leader of the London branch. Meanwhile, mounting tensions erupted on the 4th of November 1839. 4th of November is an important date in this household. What date is 4th of November? Why is it important to us? 4th of November, do you know? Y A N. Have you forgotten? No. Oh, 4th of November is your sister's birthday. Stay down. Catherine's birthday is on the 4th of November. There. So on the 4th of November, 4th of November in 1839, thousands of chartists gathered in Newport. As they asserted their demands, a violent confrontation with the police ensued. 22 people lost their lives and 21 more were charged with high treason. So 22 were dead, 21 high treason. Look, you're doing so well. 3, listen to this, 3 prominent leaders were condemned to be hanged, drawn and quartered. So 3 leaders were going to be not just hanged, but drawn and quartered, means sort of cut up as well, which is terrible. Oh, we didn't resist that impulse, did we? Remember, last time when you did that, you managed to just put your hand on your chin. So instead of it going into your mouth, when it goes up, just let it go under your chin like that. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? So if it's up and you haven't managed to stop it, just under your chin. Or sometimes you used to just make a fist. Do that, make a fist. Let's practice, make a fist. With this hand, which is the one that you bite most. Make a fist, see, like that. And just go. Like that. That's good. Or have a drink. Just distract yourself by having a drink. There. Following a national petitioning campaign to which Cuffay was central, the sentence was commuted to transportation to Australia for life. So instead of being hung and quartered, they were sent to Australia, and that was a punishment. And I hope they had a good life over there. So The last major Chartist demonstration took place on Kennington Common in 1848. Cuffay again played a key role. For this, he was arrested for conspiring to levy war against the Queen, and he was tried at the Old Bailey. Right? Listen to this. So where was he tried? Where was he tried? At the O-L-D-B-A. Go on. I, then L-E, and all the way down to the Y. He was tried at the Old Bailey, which is still in existence today in London, isn't it? Listen, what did they say? The press continued to lampoon him, taking every chance to remind readers that he was a Negro. Punch magazine ridiculed that man of colour, married to a washerwoman, but Cuffay remained a poised and dignified figure. If someone was insulting you, do you think you would be able to remain poised and dignified? I, W, O, U, L, D, I would, T, R, I would try, M, my, H, A, go on, R, D, E, S. I would try my hardest. That's very good, yes. Someone was insulting you. Would you stay poised, I said, and you said, I would try my hardest. I think that is it's a hard thing to do, but it is a good thing to do. It's almost as if by not getting angry and responding to the insults, you gain the upper hand. It's a bit like something similar has been happening during the World Cup. Could you relate to this? What is it that's been happening? S-O-M-E, some, O, of, T-H-E, some of the, P, L, A, Y, E, after the E, you're doing so well, R, S, some of the players, this is good, some, just give you a little rest, R, the players, some of the players, H, A, B, have, H, A, D, have had, T, O, to, D, E, A, L, deal, W, I, W-I, what would come after the I? W-I, S or T? Well, touch the I again. I, T, H, deal with, R, A, C. After the C, keep it going after the C. I, S, after the S would be R-A, touch the S again, S, T, racist, C, O, M, M, E, N, this is good, Keep it going. After the N, touch the N again. You're just wandering again. Touch that N. N, and then T and S. Some of the players have had to deal with racist comments, yes. Have had to deal with racist comments, particularly the penalty takers for England when we ended up not winning. But how have they responded? They've responded with dignity. They haven't got all angry and said abusive things back. They have maintained a dignified presence, and actually that has won the support of a lot more people. So a bit like Cuffay. So here we are. Let me have he maintained a poised and dignified figure. When he finally spoke, he addressed the court with righteous contempt. "You have no right to sentence me," he said. "Although the trial has lasted a long time, it has not been a fair trial. Everything has been done to raise a prejudice against me, and the press of this country, and I believe of other countries too, has done all in its power to smother me with ridicule. I ask no pity. I ask no mercy." Let's read again. I always thought it would come to something like this. I am not anxious for martyrdom, but after what I have endured this week, I feel that I could bear any punishment proudly, even to the scaffold. This new Act of Parliament is disgraceful, and I am proud to be the first victim of it. Everything that was likely to do any good to the working classes was either thrown out or set aside, but a measure to restrain their liberties could be passed in a few hours. I have nothing more to say. Now listen to this. Do you think that that was a good speech? Y. E. Yes, it was a good speech. I wonder if it got him off though. Let's listen. Cuffay and his two comrades were sentenced to transportation for the term of their natural lives. That means that he would be sent to Australia. Although he received a pardon in 1856, Cuffay chose to stay in Tasmania, where his wife had joined him. He was unique among exiled veteran chartists in that he continued his radical agitation and was active in the successful amendment of the colony's Masters and Servant Act, which improved the conditions endured by English, Irish and Scottish servants. So where did he choose to carry on living? T A S M A N I and A. Yeah, he chose to stay in Tasmania. See, I'm just helping you to stay sitting. We've only got this tiny bit left, this one paragraph. Cuffay died a pauper in 1870. His grave was marked in case friendly sympathisers should hereafter desire to place a memorial stone on the spot. 1.5 centuries later, it is yet to be erected. Indeed, no memorials exist, not in London, Chatham or Tasmania. In the context of current global conversations, what did we say to do with the hand? What did we say if you had the temptation? Either touch your chin or make a fist. In the context of current global conversations about Black lives, acknowledging the importance of the life of William Cuffay seems more timely now than ever. Do you think he should have a memorial? I do. T. Come on then. H. I. N. do think. Just do so. Okay, stand up. Let's do so. I do think so. It's always important to finish. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to practice stretching your arm up. Sit down. Go on, sit down and we'll practice just, come on, all the way down. Go on, take your knees down again. Chris, sit yourself down. Okay, we're just going to practice. So you put, I said, do you think we should have a memorial? You put, I do think. And I'm assuming you're going to, oh! Oh no! Where's all the tissues gone? Here's one. Sorry. Oh, we need to put your hay fever pressure point on thing on, don't we? Press there. There, right? Let's just practice. What we're going to do is you're just going to practice stretching your arm to different positions. We're just going to do so. Touch the S. Right the way up. Touch it. S and then O. So, very good. Let's just practice another word. Let's practice think. T. H. H. I. Touch it. N. And K. That's it. Good. We're just going to practice stretching your arm. I do think. Let's just do. Sit down to do it. You can sit there. Oh. Come on then, stretch up. We'll do some weird positions. Let's do black. B-L-A-C-K. Up. B, because sometimes your elbow gets a bit locked. L. A. So we're just practicing stretching your arm in different positions. Do the C. C. And K. Very good. Okay. Let's practice saying some of the letters as well. We're just going to do a bit of speech tennis and say some of the letters. We'll take the word black and we'll just take turns. So, I say B. You say, touch it as well. Touch it. You say L. Say it. L. Very good. I say C. You say it. K. K. Good. Right. Let's do, what did we do? Story. S-T-O-R-Y. I say S. You say T. Say it. T. T. Say it. T. T. Come on, I think you need to sit up instead of lying down. Sit up and then you've got more breath to say the sounds. Go on. T. Say it. T. Good. I say O. You say oh. Very good. I say Y. You try Y as well. You say Y. Very good. Let's do ever. I say good. Wait. Look. I say E. You say it. V. Say it. V. Very good. I say E. You say ah. Say it. Ah. 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 Say it. Make the sound come. Ah. Very good. There you go again. Right then. Let's do a few more. Pick some more words that we did. Demand. Demand. I say D. You say E. Very good. I say M. You say A. A. Very good. I say N. You say D. Very good. Demand. I love it. You're doing so well. Come on, let's do a few more. Just a few more. What was the last one? I think. Let's do Tasmania. Tasmania. Right? You ready? I say T. You say A. Go on. A. A. Good. I say S. You say I say A. Yes, you say Very Tasman. I say I. You say, go on, this one. A. 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 Say it. A. 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 Make the sound come. A. All right, I'll do the A. We'll go through the alphabet quickly. Take it in turns. A. Your turn. Your turn. B. B. C. Your turn. D. Come on. D. Make the sound come. Come on. D. 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 Very good. E. Now your turn. G. Now your turn. H. H. Come on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. You do? K, L, M. Do that one. N, O, P. Ready? We're nearly there. We've not got many to go in the alphabet now. What did you do with your hand? Take it out. Q, R, S. Good. T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Very good. Well done. Have a little break.